So welcome back to the RaBB Sports Show Special Edition, dating in the 2020s and 2000s. And it's like this. The dating game has definitely changed over the years. But one thing we see a lot these days is a lot of black men going at the women and a lot of black women going at the men. So I had came up with some guidelines and a few things that may help people ease into relations and be able to overcome some of these setbacks and disagreements with the opposite sex if somebody you're involved with or dating, seeing, courting, talking to, and maybe if you are on a more serious level with them, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband or wife, or different relationships females and men have with each other that fall under different various categories and allegations. But this is like it's been a lot of black love and hate with the married talk, date, debate, and also friends, girlfriend, boyfriends, and whatnot, courting, having to court each other. What's really going on with these relationships in the 2020s and 2000s as we go into the 2030s and 40s? You know, there's been a lot of over sexualization for the women, where, you know, so much, you know, A and T or T and A is out there for consumption on Instagram and various other apps where women show their bodies is excessively, and it's been kind of oversaturated. And even with the men going to these kind of sites and liking it and, you know, lusting after these women. And also the rise of sextortion and pay to play or layaway poo-tang or leasing that ass, financing that physical funk. And what you gonna do for me if I do this for you? Pay to play or some kind of bargaining chip when it comes to sexual exploitation and sexual acts or favors between men and women that has been going on for a long time. But these are just some things you may want to consider if you are in a relationship with somebody or somebody you're serious about. First off, you may want to think about the $200 theory. Or what 200 theory? The 200 theory is, can both of you and the other person keep it 100 with each other? If two people who keep it 100, that's 200. That's two people going the right way, the right direction together. But if somebody's shortchanging you, or you shortchanging somebody with your love, with your affection, with your trust, with your loyalty, with your contribution to the relationship or the family or the structure or the partnership, that's not keeping it 100. And I think a lot of it falls under that. But how much faith do you have in the other person, or what level of relationship do you have with this person if you feel somebody owes you that respect, loyalty, love, honesty, etc., etc. So these are just some things you may want to consider as we look at the 2020s and 2000s. As you know, black love is changing and it's evolving, and there are different kinds of black love and different types of relationships and sponsorships, or sugar daddies or cougars, or people who do favors or people who do things in exchange for gifts or sex or drugs or whatever the case is. So some of the things you may want to look at is, if you're serious about somebody, how does your court and their court combine? How do the things you have going on in your life combine with what they have going on in their life? If you have kids, or if you're single, or are you a single mother or a single father? Do you have an ex-husband or ex-wife? Do you have an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend who always kind of stays in the picture and in the background? These are things that you got to consider when you get serious about somebody and dating somebody, because somebody could emerge from their past in an attempt to reclaim them or take them away from you, out of the blue, if they're not giving you that loyalty. So that's just something people may want to consider if you're getting serious about somebody. do they have those kind of people in their past, or have they kind of gotten past them, or decided they're going their separate ways, or they're just going to be real friends and not, you know, friends who sneak around and do things while the other one's in a relationship or whatever. So just something you may want to consider. Another thing is, if you're in a relationship with somebody, or getting to know somebody, or getting close to them, what do you want and what do they want in their relationship, or at the stage that you're at? Because this way you can make sure both of y'all want the same things if it's somebody that you're serious about or have feelings about. And you may want to make sure they are reciprocating that if this is somebody that you want to be with, and somebody you can see yourself with, or somebody you want to be with. But basically you want to make sure they want to be with you, or they want what you want out of their relationship, or the courtship, or out of your, you know, relationship, or whatever you two have going on together. If it's not boyfriend or girlfriend, or if it's not husband or wife or fiance, or anything on that level, if you're just getting to know each other or whatever. What are you hoping to accomplish from knowing them or getting to know them, and what are they hoping to accomplish? Or you're just going to see where it goes. But people shouldn't have expectations too high or low if it's somebody that you're just getting to know, and you know you have to kind of ease into couldn't we actually have a lengthy relationship of knowing each other and conversing, communicating, and seeing where that can take us, you know, man and woman, or etc. So that's just a few things. What do you want? What do they want out of your partnership or relationship? So, 1 second, once again. So another thing would be, you know, another thing would definitely be, are you compatible? So when you're getting to know somebody and figure them out, and figure out, you know, what you may have in common or what you may not have in common, or what, you know, what their conversation is like, what their mood is like, what's their mentality like, what are their likes and dislikes, what are you know, as you get to know somebody on a deeper level than just the surface level, are you compatible? Or is this somebody that you see yourself constantly arguing with, having drama with, having issues with, you know, somebody who has a violent or a negative attitude or spirit, or somebody who pushes your button or tries to make you, you know, tries to get a rise out of you, or tries to irritate you on purpose just to mess with you. So, you know, you want to make sure you're compatible with somebody. Y'all may have different views on life, different views on, you know, different ways that you do things, and if you're not compatible, it's not going to work long term. And that comes with a lot of different aspects involving, could be religion, it could be politics, it could be, you know, spiritually, it could be a lot of things. You want to make sure you're compatible with somebody. And then another thing you want to make sure is, what is your attraction, or what is this person interest in you, and what is your interest in this person? And definitely for maybe a lot of high profile celebrities or stars, or, you know, millionaires, or people who come into a lot of money, it definitely probably is a lot harder to try to find someone special, because for them the attraction could be the millions this person know you have or have access to or will be getting, based on, you know, your talent or your future endeavors, or things they may know that you're excelling at in life. So when two people randomly meet, two people who aren't, you know, celebrities or, you know, known public figures, your attraction is probably more based on maybe the physical, maybe conversation, you know, maybe the chemistry you have, or the flirting, or the energy that you give each other, or the energy you bounce off of each other. And that can cause or spark some interest between two people, and they may want to know more about you, or spend some time with you outside of, you know, on that side of that, outside of that occasion, or get to know you, you know, get to know you more in depth, call you on the phone, or, you know, exchange, you know, Instagram or handles or something of that sort. So what is the attraction based on? And it could be conversation, it could be looks, power, money, sex appeal. It could be, you know, this may be someone, some people may feel they have an advantage physically over or financially over, and they may feel this person is going to want to do whatever they, request or say based off of what they can do for them or the way they look. Where some women may try to use their beauty and sex appeal to get favors out of men, or, seduce men, or, otherwise take advantage of men. And some men may use their financial prowess or fortune, or, large sums of money to, try to seduce women. As, like, I can do this for you, or I can buy you this, or I have this, or, I can pay you for, whatever. So that's just some of the things that people may use as attraction, and, attraction and what someone may want from you outside of just, physical or otherwise. So then, you may want to look deeper into how well do you know them, and can they be trusted? Really, who can be trusted? And also, how does people earn trust with you? And how do you show boundaries and show someone when they may have disrespected you or crossed the line, or otherwise pisses you off or upset you based off their actions? And will they held themselves accountable, and will you hold them accountable? And, in relationships, sometimes people tend to share, divulge too much information among friends, family, and other influences, who can then come back and try to change and rearrange your view and your perception of your own spouse or mate or boyfriend, girlfriend, person you talking to, a person of interest, because you shared some information with them when things weren't going well, and now they may try to turn one incident into you against your spouse or your mate. So you have to really be careful what information you divulge to family members if you sharing things that's going on in your relationship. But it may be best not to share too much to prevent family members from having a negative viewpoint of your, of your significant other. But how well do you know them? What is the length of time you know them? How consistent has their attitude, mood, and attraction and loyalty and respect towards you been? And this is definitely a key in relationships with men or women, where I think sometimes a man or a woman probably knows if this is somebody that you were into. They can kind of gauge your consistency, or if you still have that kind of interest in them based off of, sometimes based off the way that person may look at you or talk to you, or the attention or the affection, or, they just have a longing for you, or they just have that attraction for you. So when you see that possibly slip away, or you see that possibly change, that could be a red flag for you that maybe this person has someone else in their life, maybe they lost interest, or something else is going on. And that just comes from being around someone, spending time with them, and it could be, just getting to know each other, or it could have been getting into sexual things, or already a sexual relationship with somebody, and you get to kind of see how they move, and their daily schedule, their daily routine. So then when things start to change, or things begin to come out of order, or you feel like they're unreachable, or they used to go left, now they go right, they used to go right, now they go left, you can kind of see things change and shift in your relationship, and it could be something going on behind the scenes. So that's where you're going to see how well you know people, when you can notice those kind of shifts in their behavior, or different excuses or lies or alibis this person may come up with when you try to reach out to them, or when you catch them in a lie, or etc., etc. So just something to think about. How well do you know people, and how well can they be trusted? Can you be trusted? And are they invested in you? Are you invested in them? Are you interested in them? Are they interested in you? Because I think if you're going to try to be in a relationship with somebody, or try to get to know someone, you may want to know that they are at least interested in you. So therefore, you're not trying to basically convince someone to like you, or have interest in you, or want to be with you. I don't feel like personally, you should have to convince someone to want to be with you if they are interested in you. Now, if they aren't interested in you, you may be in a chaser position. But how long would you want to chase someone who's not showing you any kind of interest or feedback or something to, you know, at least recognize your efforts and approve of them, or say, you know, I don't think we'll ever be together, or something of that sort. So is the person you're interested in you? Or if they are, or is the interest the same interest you have? And that goes back to, what do you want? Because for someone, it could just be an interest of sex. Or for someone else, it just could be an interest of money. So it comes back to, is this person interested in you, or what you can do for them, or what you have? And it's like an old analogy. And, you know, this is like everyday, you know, everyday type of situations. For example, when a drug dealer may go to a strip club, and the stripper wants the money from the drug dealer, and the drug dealer may want the stripper, or he may just want her to dance on him, or squeeze on her, or touch her. These are the kind of things. This is what dating has become, based off of social media, Instagram, Facebook. You know, Brazilian butt lifts, implants, you know, augmentations, surgeries, and, you know, people trying to project perfect images and imagery and perfect relationships. No relationship is perfect, and nobody is perfect. And